So you overcame your approach anxiety. You got out of your own way. You overcame your fear. You overcame your resistance. And you approached the girl. And she's hot. She's really, really hot. And it went well. And you think to yourself when you leave, first off, I'm proud of the fact that I closed. I have a hard time going for numbers sometimes. I'm glad I went for it. And then you think to yourself, she was really into that. If I had to bet, she's definitely going to text me back. And maybe you even start future fantasizing and you're thinking about the date. Maybe you're even thinking about bringing her around your friends. Maybe you're even thinking about having sex with her. You're definitely thinking about having sex with her, you perv. And you text her and you get nothing. And at first you think to yourself, well, damn, what did I do wrong? Is it that first text? Can I find a text game course online that could help me with my text game? You're thinking maybe the interaction wasn't as good as I thought it was. And maybe you think, well, maybe she just didn't get the first text message. Should I send a meme? You send her something else. And you still don't get a response. And you're really upset. And you're thinking to yourself, well, why did she flake me? Why am I getting flaked? So in this video right now, I'm going to explain to you why you're getting flaked. Now, I have gotten so many day game phone numbers, so many night game phone numbers that have converted into dates, that have converted into women that I've slept with, or that it's gone even further than that, girls that become girlfriend type figures in my life, regulars, if you will. Now, I've also been flaked myself. But what's happened consistently over the years, I've now been in pickup for about 6.5 years, and what's happened consistently is that the percentage of women that I approach that text me back has skyrocketed. I do not get flaked nearly as much as I used to. Not even a fraction of how much that I used to. And you watching this video right now, you clicked on this video because you're wondering, well, why are you getting flaked? This is going to be a tough pill to swallow. And if you're not in the mood to have your ego shattered, then you should probably just turn the video off right now. Maybe even comment down below and say, I couldn't get through the video. Just let me know where you're at. So, the reason why I used to get flaked and the reason why you're getting flaked right now is because women used to view me as weak. They didn't really view me as a force. I was just another guy that was hitting on them. There was nothing special about me. Again, there was nothing unique. There was no substance there. My first impression was weak. Now, why was my first impression weak? Well, it comes down to a few different factors. 1, the way that I was presenting myself. 2, the level of eye contact that I made with women. 3, the tonality in which I engaged with women. 4, the way that I went for the phone number. She could smell my lack of confidence in the way that I said, maybe we could go on a date sometime. I'm anticipating that you're not going to want to, but I'm saying it anyway. There are a lot of factors at play as to why a woman is going to feel as though you are weak right out of the gate. And it all comes down to not making a strong first impression. Now, there's a lot that goes into making a strong first impression. This is something that you first need to become aware of. What you have to realize is that most human beings that are in a relationship right now, the 2 ways that are the most common in the world for those relationships to have begun, is either they met in the workplace or they met through friends. Now, what luxuries do you have when you meet in the workplace? What luxuries do you have when you meet through friends? Well, she gets a larger sample size of you and she has a lot of time to get to know you. She has a lot of time to get to know who you are. So maybe even if you aren't the most physically attractive, maybe if you actually aren't the most confident or the most outgoing or charismatic, she gets to know you over a period of time. Maybe you guys have worked together 6, 7 months. Maybe you guys have been in a similar friend circle 6, 7 months. And so she gets to know the ins and outs of you, and she gets to know the intricacies of who you are. And over time, she realizes, well, maybe he's worth dating. Let's give this a shot. In cold approach pickup, you are not afforded those luxuries. We, the soldiers out here in the field doing cold approach pickup, we are alchemists. The idea of alchemy is that throughout all of history, philosophers, scientists, sorcerers, these men with pointy hats and beards, they tried to become wealthy beyond their wildest imaginations by using different processes in order to turn basic metals such as iron ore or steel into gold. They essentially were trying to turn nothing into something. And every time you go out and you do cold approach, you are an alchemist. You are trying to take a female who you do not know. There is nothing there. There is no resemblance of a relationship there. And you are now attempting to create a relationship. And so you're able to accomplish in one night out what typically will take most men 6 to 7 months, if not more. Or that'll typically never even happen for most men. When you go out, when I go out, when you go out, and we're going out to these nightclubs, we're going out to these bars, we're going out to these grocery stores, and we're meeting women, and we're getting their phone numbers, and we're asking them to come on dates, and they're coming on dates with us, and they have sex with us, and they want to keep having sex with us, and they become obsessed with us, we are alchemists. We are turning nothing into something. And this is absolutely nothing short of a superpower. And so again, because you're not afforded the luxury of all of that time, what is it that you must have? You must have an incredibly strong first impression. Now, I've seen videos in the past that are designed to teach men how to have a strong first impression. And all of these videos that I've ever seen, kind of basic. They're not that exciting, and they're all about in the workplace. Shake hands and make eye contact. Say something endearing about the person. None of these are gauged towards pickup, towards how to seduce a woman in a matter of minutes, for how to have a woman walking away from an interaction with you thinking, God, I hope he texts me back, or I hope he texts me in general. Because that's what they need to be thinking. Women need to walk away thinking to themselves, I hope that he texts me. And the only way that they're going to feel this way and have that thought is if you have made a strong first impression. So what I've done, if you look at the first comment down below, what I've done is I've created a workshop that's going to teach you how to make a strong first impression with women. It's not only going to teach you how to make a strong first impression, it's also going to teach you how to manipulate the brain chemicals of a woman's mind, how to manipulate the neurological processes of her brain in order to make her obsessed with you, how to get her to a point where maybe once you've slept together, she's dying to see you again. After you guys have had your first date, even if it's a quick interaction, she's dying to see you again. To have women at your beckoning call where you can just tell them, hey, I want you to bring me food. Hey, I want you to come over and have sex with me. Where you can have whatever relationship that you want with them. That's down in the first comment down below this video. Full workshop. Obsessed. Check it out.